Here is an overview of the Annapurna Sanctuary Trek. Day 1. Arrive Kathmandu. Our driver will meet you at the airport and transfer you to your hotel. Later, you will meet your guide for your pre-trek briefing. Day 2. Fly to Pokhara, Nayapul, trek to Tikidunga. You will take a morning flight to Pokhara with its magnificent views of Dhaulagiri, Manaslu, Machaputri, the 5 peaks of Annapurna and many others. You will then drive for 1 hour to Nayapul where you start your trek. You follow the south bank of the river, passing through subtropical valley forests and crossing the Modi Kola on a high suspension bridge. You continue to ascend on this trail until you reach the village of Tikidunga, where you will spend the night. Day 3. Trek to Gorepani. You leave the small village of Tikidunga, crossing the small suspension bridge across the deep gorge to start your steep ascent up to Ulleri. Fortunately, there are steps all the way, which makes this tough climb slightly easier. After Ulleri, the trail continues winding its way through the rhododendron forests, passing beautiful waterfalls, and you climb up and down a little, enjoying the views of Machaputri, which is known as Fishtail, peeking out high above the lush green hillsides. Eventually you reach the village of Gorepani and are rewarded with breathtaking views of Dhaulagiri and the Annapurna range. Day 4. Ascend Poon Hill, trek to Tadapani. You will set off in the dark this morning to ascend Poon Hill, renowned as one of the best viewpoints in Nepal. The trail climbing to Poon Hill's viewpoint is steep, but it is well rewarded with spectacular views of Machaputri, Dhaulagiri, Nilgiri and the Annapurnas as the sun rises. You then begin your descent down to Tadapani through the rhododendron forest with beautiful views of the high mountains and lush green valleys. Day 5. Trek to Chomrong. You will trek down through the village of Chule and then descend to Chomrong and climb down the 1,000 stony steps taking you to lower Chomrong. Day 6. Trek to Bamboo. Today you will trek up to the village of Bamboo. Day 7. Trek to Machaputri Base Camp. Today you start your trek to Machaputri Base Camp, MBC. This is quite a strenuous hike, but well worth the effort as the spectacular views of Machaputri unfolds before you. Day 8. Trek to Annapurna Base Camp. Descend to Himalaya. On the way to Annapurna Base Camp from Machaputri Base Camp, the vegetation disappears and you will be trekking amongst glacial moraine. Your first view will be of Annapurna's near vertical south face towering above you. Annapurna Base Camp boasts one of the most awe-inspiring 360-degree views in the Himalaya. You will literally be surrounded by peaks such as Machaputri, Annapurna South, Annapurna 1, Huchuli. You then descend from Annapurna Base Camp to Himalaya, retracing your steps through the Machaputri Base Camp. Heading back down the valley is much easier than climbing up. You will see the waterfalls that drop down from a high point to the rocks below. Day 9. Trek to Chomrong. You will trek down through the villages of Bamboo and Sanuwa to Chomrong. Day 10. Trek to Nayapul, drive to Pokhara. Today is your last day on the trail as you make your way down to Nayapul and say goodbye to the Annapurna Conservation Park. You will then transfer to your hotel in Pokhara by vehicle. Day 11. Flight to Kathmandu. You will take a morning flight back to Kathmandu. Day 12. Depart Kathmandu. A representative will take you back to the airport for your flight home.